So now we're going to do one of these 1 to 5 scales with Miles, and I'm going to invite his brother Jack to come over here so I can interview him. Usually I get this kind of information from parents, but siblings can have some input on this too. So Jack, can you come over here with us? Okay, so Jack, we've got this 1 to 5 scale here, all right? And this is going to be for Miles. So Miles, what do you call it when you're getting upset, frustrated, mad? What's your word for that?
Angry.
Angry. Okay, so we'll call this your anger scale. Okay. I always like to have the kids pick their own word for this. The truth is, there's not really any difference within the same person of their physical signs of arousal for fear or for anger, for anxiety or anger. There's differences between individuals, but not within. So here's what we're going to do. We've got 1 to 5 here, and we know that at a 1, Miles looks calm and happy, and he feels good, and he can try to enjoy it, right? And then what happens if we go all the way to a 5 here? What happens at the very worst? When Miles is really, really angry, what would we see him doing?
Probably smashing what he was angry at.
Okay, smashing. Good. What else?
Punching my fists.
Punching?
Yeah. Kind of like that. Yeah.
Anything else? Anything you see your brother doing? He's your brother. You live with him. You're on the receiving end sometimes. What does he do to you? What did you tell me that he did night before last? When he didn't want you to watch him
Bang me
playing
against
his
the
Kindle?
wall.
He banged you against the wall. So shoving. Shoving. All right. Now if we come back down to a 2, what would be your first clue that Miles is starting to get upset? What do you hear or see him doing? Do you know? What happens? What do people outside of you see you doing or saying when you're just starting to get a little irritated? I know what happens. The volume goes up. Right? Or we hear him saying the same person's name over and over. He starts repeating himself. Jack! Jack! And he does that, Jack! That thing, right? That funny voice he gets. So he repeats self. He gets a funny voice. Anything else? How about what happens between a 3 and a 5? That's at a 3, repeats himself and gets that funny voice. What happens when he's repeating himself and he gets that funny voice, but before he starts smashing, punching, or shoving?
He starts getting a really angry face.
Okay. Gets his angry face. He may complain to me.
Yeah.
Dad, Jack won't play a game with me. And what do I say when that happens?
You say that you don't want to help with that. You think we can handle it ourselves.
I say I'm not going to help you with that and you have to handle it yourself? I do?
No, you say that we have to figure it out.
Is that mean? Is that mean that I make you figure it out on your own? Huh? That's how I teach you skills. That's how you're going to learn. You're not going to learn how to do it if I always solve the problem and I'm always the genius for you. Right? So if Miles says, Jack won't, I usually say, Right? That's my answer. I'll grunt. And then you repeat yourself, Dad, Jack won't play a game with me. And I'll say, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sure you can find something else to do. Yeah, I don't solve any problems for you that you can solve yourselves. I like to follow the iron rule. That's how they learn to be independent and figure things out on their own and to have the confidence that they can. I want to tell them that they can, they will, and they do. I don't want to say, when I see Miles being aggressive with his brother, Miles, why are you so mean? Why do you hit your brother? Because I don't want to teach him that he's mean and he hits his brother. I want to say, whoa, 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 we don't like that. Let me see you being more gentle. Show that to me.